Welcome, ambitious, adventurous Aries. It is Sachi, and we are going to do a see what pops up reading where we just see what pops up. So please remember that the top two videos with the most likes will get a bonus reading, and additionally, whichever video gets the most likes will get the extended for free. So if this reading resonates, please hit that like button. All right, let's hop into it, Aries. This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We had the Hanged Man, the Ten of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So what this is telling me is with the Hanged Man that there is a situation where basically you reached a dead end and that you needed to see something. You are able to see it from a different perspective now because it reached a dead end. Basically, you tried everything possible, but you finally accepted, like, okay, there's no paths leading from this. I really have to sort of, I don't want to say give up, but that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. It's like the solution is to leave the situation. And part of that is because the Ten of Wands, that things were so burdensome and cumbersome, and it was just so much of a burden to bear, and you couldn't really see where it was going with this person. 10 indicates like finishing a cycle with someone else. So, you know, whoever you and this person, you know, it was just so much between you two, and you really couldn't see where things were going, that basically you had to make some sort of declaration with the King of Swords. Your masculine energy decided to speak some sort of truth, and basically your word was law here. So you really did make some sort of declaration. And with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, you know, it's like the karmic wheel didn't go the way that you wanted it to. But I'm getting that it is moving forward. It's just you're not really liking the way that it's moving forward. We had the Vulpix, we had Vulpix come out using Confused Ray in reverse. So this is telling me that you are no longer confused about the situation. You know, in the root of the issue, you're not confused about it anymore. You understand that this was a fox spirit. Fox spirit is representative of trickster energy. I'm getting like Loki energy, like you dealt with Loki, like you dealt with the fox spirit, and you are understanding this. You're not confused by this situation anymore. And part of it is because you recognize that chronic confusion is one of the symptoms of, you know, dealing with this type of person. We had Trainer using Hop, and Trainer indicates the other person's energy, and Hop in the game is your friend but also your rival. And so that's kind of what I'm getting here with the, you know, trickster energy. It's like, yeah, they are your rival actually, but it's like a frenemy sort of thing. It's like they actually are against you, but in the grand scheme of things, when it comes to, you know, the cosmic lessons that you're learning, they are a friend in a way, right? Again, it's like a really confusing type energy, but again, you're no longer confused about this. With Lilligant using Leaf Slice, it is telling me that, you know, Leaf Slice, this is in the heart chakra, so it is telling me you're going through a heartbreak here. And again, it's like you're not confused, and that's why your heart is sort of breaking open. And with Trainer Grasp Memory here, you know, Trainer indicates the other person. They might not really understand this, but it's like your heart has, you know, ancient knowledge and very, you know, highly advanced knowledge. Again, it's like you're learning something that is ancient and new at the same time, but this other person may not have, you know, recognition of what this is. So yeah, anyway, that's what came out in the cleansing ceremony. Pretty complex energy there, Aries. I hope that apart from dealing with this, that you all are well. As I mentioned, we're just going to see what pops up. That's what everybody voted for. And if you're interested in voting for what August energy is going to be, the readings, please take a look at my IG story once all the readings are completed. And just another general announcement, my books are closed. I've had too many private readings that it's hard for me to do what I want for the community, and I need to remember to stay, you know, community based. So yeah, so I apologize that this is a little bit later in the month for you, Aries, but again, all is within divine alignment and divine timing. But let's see what's going on with you, Aries. Okay, it wants to hide. We have Nine of Pentacles, King of Swords. So again, there's this proclamation of your truth is what I'm getting. And part of it is the Nine of Pentacles, which I'm getting like, it's literally like, I'm abundant. I have what I need. You know, I am good. I'm I have everything that I need in physical reality, is what the Nine of Pentacles says. And with the King of Swords, again, there is this aspect of, like, you know, speaking truth, and that it's like the King of Swords word is so impeccable that his word becomes law. And so there is some sort of, you know, pretty heavy declaration here. Let's see, what's the light energy? Okay, that wanted to come out quickly. We have Trainer, Floatstone. So again, Trainer indicates the other person's energy. And so it looks like you're recognizing that this other person's energy, Floatstone, can represent two things. One, it can be that the other person is psychic. But two, it represents someone who has psychic energy that can change physical reality. You know, again, it's like they're able to concentrate their you know, psychic energy in order to manipulate actual 3D reality. So it seems like you recognize that this person was, you know, using their energetic power to change some sort of physical reality. Coming out stuck is water type energy, going right to the King of Swords. So King of Swords, again, is speaking the truth, but we see in the shadow there is some sort of throat chakra that is blocked. So it's possible that you are getting ready to speak this if you have not done already. The person involved, if they are masculine, perhaps they haven't spoken their truth or something like that. But this is also water energy, which represents emotion. So there can be a lot of stuck emotions here. We have Trainer Hop in reverse. Again, the Vulpix with Confused Ray. We have Wishy-Washy using Sharpshooting, and Trainer Professor Birch's Observation. So, you know, again, there are a lot of emotional blockages when it comes to this situation. We see that this person is now coming out in reverse. So again, there is this rejection of them because you're recognizing, you know, what they do and what they can do, that they use their psychic powers in order to, you know, alter your physical reality. And it does look like there is some confusion in the root chakra. You know, again, it's like what was being cleansed is you recognizing, you know, okay, I'm not confused about whatever it is, but it looks like what you are confused about is sort of the emotional energy, which is the emotional wishy-washy energy. And how, you know, sharpshooting, I always take sharpshooting as someone using emotions as a weapon. You know, it's like, why would they be wishy-washy sort of thing? It says, at the time of birth, it has just one tail. Its tail splits from the tip as it grows older. So this is telling me this is a situation that you have, not with this person, but it's like the same person with different faces that you've gone through since you were a child sort of thing. It's like you're learning deeper about trickster spirit in your life and how they come up as different people in your life. It says, when it's in trouble, its eyes moisten and begin to shine. The shining light attracts its comrades, and they stand together against their enemies. So it seems like you're understanding a little bit more about what's going on in the collective and how, you know, it is bringing sadness. I feel like you are honoring your emotions in some way. It's talking about bringing moisture to your eyes. So this definitely, you know, we saw, you know, a leaf slice in the heart chakra. But it's also making you, you know, feel a sense of camaraderie. You know, it's talking about connecting with your comrades, basically, and, you know, connecting to others who have gone sort of through the same thing. With Trainer Professor Birch's Observation in reverse, Trainer again means somebody else's energy. And I'm getting it's like somebody else, not this person. It looks like you're not really open to a professional opinion on it. It's like, I don't want, you know, a professor, which I take as someone who's just like, you know, professional at their field, to tell me what they think about it, to make some sort of observation. So I feel like you're kind of doing this sort of solo dolo and like learning it on your own instead of like, for example, if you were to go to a spiritualist who would tap into the energy of the situation, they'd be like, oh yeah, you're dealing with a trickster. You know, this is the soul contract, yada, yada, yada. But it's like you really, you did this alone. Like, you really went through this. So let's see what else. But again, you know, you are in the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Swords. So you are still speaking your truth. You are not being shy about this. And it looks like in physical reality, you're doing quite well. You could be making a lot of money at this time. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Swords. So it's interesting. So we have two knights here again, which are like an in and out type energy. And it looks like you have rejected the Knight of Cups in the past, right? And the Knight of Cups represents someone who is emotionally in and out. Like, look how he's like, oh, I'll serenade you with my music, and I'll, here's a glass of wine, you know what I mean? Like, let your inhibitions go or whatever. You've said goodbye to the Knight of Cups. You learned that lesson, but boom, here's another fox spirit coming up as the Knight of Swords. It's like, it's not the same energy, but again, it's still a knight. It's still someone who comes and goes, someone who's not stable. And the Knight of Swords is someone who comes and goes in terms of communication. Someone who, may have, really captured your mind or whatever, and then they completely withdraw from a conversation. You're like, what the heck? Why aren't we talking? And then they'll just sort of breadcrumb you a little bit in conversation. So again, it's like you understood the trickster energy of the past, and now you're dealing with a whole nother trickster, but just in a different element, if that makes sense. Let's see, what's the light energy here? Coming out stuck is Drift Bloom using Eerie Wave and Burst Curse. And it wants to go kind of to the float stone. So, Drift Bloom using Eerie Wave. Again, it feels like as soon as this Knight of Swords energy came up, you started getting like a creepy kind of, I don't want to say creepy, but an eerie feeling of like, this feels familiar. Again, this is in the third eye. So your mind, your energy pattern, your psychic energy is picking up on, this feels a little bit weird. And with Burst Curse, it feels like you are ready to end this, quote unquote curse. You're done with this in and out type energy. It says, it's drowsy in the daytime, but flies off in the evening in big groups. No one knows where they go. So it's talking about being drowsy in the daytime. You may be sleepier during the daytime than usual and want to, go out at night. But it could also be this other person that's like, maybe they're talking to you and then they don't say anything for like all day. And you're like, okay, well, where are they? Are they with their friends out at night or whatever? Again, it's like someone who's very in and out in communication. And, there's a reason why you're feeling that eerie wave in the psychic energy. Let's see what's the shadow here. We have Cloister using Surf. So Cloister represents, a very protective type energy over your emotional body. And Surf is like, when water's like whoosh, it's like a giant wave that comes. And so, this is causing a big emotional response. It's causing your emotions to be a woof. And you're noticing it is this wishy-washy energy. It might not be the emotional wishy-washy, but it's communicative wishy-washy, if that makes sense. And it's making, your emotional body be very activated. And again, it feels like you're picking up on some eerie energy here. It says, its shell is extremely hard. It cannot be shattered, even with a B-O-M-B. The shell opens only when it is attacking. So it feels like this is making you very, wanting to be very protective of yourself. Again, it's like, what's going on with this person now and how they're not really good at communicating is triggering wounds of the past that happened from this Knight of Cups. And it causes your emotional body to want to protect you. And it's like the only time that you're opening up is when you're attacking this person. Whether you're doing it with your words or, or in your head or whatever. But it does seem like you are, speaking your truth and things like that. So okay. Okay, Mother Moon, what would you like to say about the situation? So we are going to head into the extended. The extended is available for Eagle and Phoenix members only. So if you're interested in that, please do check out that. And we have Prosperity Lies Ahead, New Moon in Taurus. So with Prosperity Lies Ahead, it looks like, a new beginning is coming. Prosperity in this situation that is solid, that is sturdy. Taurus represents, physical stability. You are going to be prosperous, but we're going to see how to sort of deal with the situation. What is the best way to go about it? We have patience, and that is part of this new moon in Taurus. Taurus represents learning how to pace yourself. Archangel Jophiel says, your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. And part of that can be the communication with this person and, how their inability to communicate in a way that makes you feel safe is triggering to someone who actually has hurt you in the past, is what I'm getting. Patience is key here, Aries. We are going to head into the extended if you'd like to follow me there. The link is in the description box below. But if we part ways here, good luck with the situation. I'm sending you so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah.